here we are. We're going to teach you how to play Abyss. Now, we've got the board set up here, and there's quite a few little things to explain in this game. Nothing difficult to understand, but it's also one of those deals where as we are taking certain actions, I think I'm going to explain it as we're taking the actions versus trying to explain to you at the beginning of the game. It'd be easier that way. What I am going to tell you, though, is that there's 3 different types of actions that Carmen and I will be able to take. The first action would be an exploration action. That's where we're going to be drawing cards from the top of this deck, placing them in this row here, and then whoever's taking the exploration action will eventually gain one of those cards or fight a monster, and the other person will have the opportunity to purchase cards as well. That'll be make more sense as we're playing. The second type of action we can take is that we can recruit from the console here, okay? So as cards are placed up here, they will eventually be discarded into these piles. Not necessarily discarded, but placed face down in these stacks here, okay? We will be able to take one of these stacks as another action. Third type of action we can do is recruit lords, okay? So as we're playing, I'm going to explain how this all works together, okay? So first thing first, Carmen is the first player, so by all means, Carmen, what would you like to do? Obviously,
I'm going to have to explore.
So, to explore, I turn over the top card, okay? Now, what we have here is a 1 jellyfish, okay? There are 5 different types of allies that are located in this deck. They range in values from 1 to 5, 5 being the most powerful, okay? These allies are going to be used to recruit the lords that are located down here. One thing to keep in mind is that there is only 1 5 card, so whenever you see one of those pop up, obviously you want to try to get a hold of that. So, she has a number 1 jellyfish that popped up. The first thing that happens is that I get a chance to pay 1 money to Carmen in order to recruit this jellyfish. I don't want to, though, because I think there's better cards that are going to pop up. So I say pass. Carmen now has the decision to either take the jellyfish or pass herself.
Yep, I pass. Let's keep going.
So that means we're going to place one here. Now we've got a number 3 crab. Well, now we're getting a bit higher up in the values. So what I'm going to do is look down here and see, okay, well, there's members of the lords that I need that require crabs. And I will explain exactly how that works here soon enough.
Yes, but that's the first thing I do is I look down here and I see, is a crab going to help me get some of these cards?
And really, crabs are going to just help with 1. So I'm actually going to pass on that. I don't want to pay Carmen. Carmen, do you wish to take the crab?
Let's keep going.
Okay, so we're going to flip another one. A number 1 crab. Well, if I did not want the number 3 crab, I certainly don't want a number 1.
Probably don't want the 1. Let's keep going.
A number 1 seahorse.
Uh-oh. All right, let's see what the next card is.
A number 3 jellyfish.
Right.
Actually, I still get first dibs on that. So I am going to pay 1 money, which we each started with only 1 money. I'm going to pay this to Carmen. She'll put it in her bowl, and I'm going to take that jellyfish and keep it in my hand.
At least I'm getting money.
Now, Carmen will get the next card. Another
3 jellyfish.
So not only does she get the 3 jellyfish, but because it was the very last card in the row, she's going to gain an additional pearl out of the bank to place in her bowl. Now all of these cards that were left up here are then going to be placed face down in their appropriate locations. The crabs go in the crabs, jellyfish, jellyfish, seahorse, seahorse. And then we have the shellfish. They're so shellfish. And then we also have the octopuses. Okay? Now each one of these actually have a different title to them. For instance, seahorses are farmers. These are the politicians. I am not going to necessarily use that terminology during this play because it can be a bit confusing to keep track of. So now it comes back to my turn. So now I have the choice that I can explore. I can now decide if I want to. I can, well, I know that there's a 3 crab and a 1 crab in here. And I could take both of them cards. And, you know, given the fact I'm only going to be able to have 1, I will take both of these instead and put them in my hand.
That was a good deal.
Now it goes back to Carmen, and she decides what she wishes to do.
I'm going to have to explore.
Okay, so I will flip over the first card, which is a number 2 octopus. Now, I don't have any money, so I do not get any choice on any of these cards, unfortunately.
Going.
So, flip another one. A number 1 jellyfish.
Keep going.
A number 1 shellfish.
Keep going.
And a number 3 jellyfish. Now it's getting a bit more valuable. And so what we're going to do, let's take a look at our lords down here. And I'm going to explain a little bit why we are getting these allies, okay? We're going to take a look at the Invoker, all right? The Invoker card has, at the very top left-hand side, an 8 in a circle. That is the amount of victory points that you're going to gain from having this lord recruited into on your side of the board, okay? If we look down, his name, the Invoker. To the right of that, there is a down arrow. It means that the action that is listed in text underneath is going to take effect immediately. And in this case, it'll say take an extra action, take an extra turn after this one. So if you recruit the Invoker, you're immediately going to be able to take an additional turn after this turn. Now, to the right of that, we have a jellyfish, and underneath that, 8. Okay? What this means is that you must have the jellyfish allies in order to recruit the Invoker. And you must have the values of the cards must equal or exceed 8. So, as long as you play, say, 4 cards, and they do at least exceed the 8 value, you would then recruit the Invoker, place him face up in front of you.
And they are all jellyfish.
And they are all jellyfish. You would place him in front of you, and immediately then you would perform the action that is listed on that card. Now, whichever one of us recruits 7 lords first will force end game, or whenever this deck of lords run out. So,
okay.
Carmen?
Well, I have a question real quick. I'm
Yes.
sorry. This says, for each of your mage lords, what's a mage lord?
Well, a mage lord would be the jellyfish themselves.
The jellyfish.
Yes.
Okay.
And the way that we can tell this simply is that that's one other thing, and we haven't gotten to that yet. The Invoker did not have the card, or the key on him. But let's take a look at the Elder. The Elder does have a key on him. In fact, he's got 3 keys. Each time you have one, most of these cards will have 1 key on them. You can also obtain keys from fighting monsters. This will all make sense as we're playing. However, this Elder happens to have 3 keys, which means immediately you're going to be able to obtain a location. This is the starting location that is face up. So, you is mandatory that you would, once you have 3 keys, have to acquire a location. You may take one of the face-ups, or you may draw 1 to 4 locations from this stack and select one. Then the other 3, well, possibly 2 to 3, would be placed down underneath. For the purpose of this video, we're going to stack them here so that you guys can see them, because unfortunately if I keep putting them down the board here, I could not keep everything in camera, okay? These locations are going to give us in-game victory points. Now, if we look at the little symbol here on the Hydrozoa Reserves, we see it's got like kind of a trident, and it's purple, okay? The trident would signify that these in-game victory points are going to apply to the leader deck, okay? Because there will be other ones, and in fact I will show you an example. For instance, this Sargasso Fields has a starfish. Starfish would then apply to allies. So, in-game victory points that would only apply to allies, in-game victory points that will only apply to lords. Now, there's colors as well, and you're going to just match the colors and symbols. This makes it simpler. So, even though this does say mage lords on it, don't be confused by that. Just go by colors and symbols. This is a purple trident. Trident, purple. Makes sense? It all goes together that way.
Purple.
So,
okay.
jellyfish are purple. The trident helps you know it's a lord. This here is a yellow starfish. Seahorses are yellow starfish. Make sense? That's an easier way for you to keep track of how these in-game. Because technically they're called farmers. And in fact, that board called them farmers. Don't be confused by that. Just go by the colors and the symbols. Makes it simple. So
this is a tough choice, because if I don't take this jellyfish, it's going to go down here, and then you're going to take it along with another jellyfish.
I most likely will, which I believe that this is a number 1 value. So
I think I'm going to take it.
All right. So that means the octopus goes here. The shellfish goes here. This jellyfish goes here.
These cards like to flip
Yeah,
around
they sure do. Now, I believe that I will still take these, though. And, Carmen, that means it will be back to your turn again.
Okay.
So, basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to collect the appropriate allies in order to purchase the lords. So, Carmen, do you wish to explore? Now, there's another way. There's a little bit more ruling on these lords than what I've just explained, but I'm going to explain those as we are actually recruiting them. Okay? So, I am going to do an exploration. So, ready? A monster. Okay, so we've come across our first monster card, alright? So what I have the option is to fight this monster, which gives me immediate victory, or I can decide not to. Now, if I decide to fight this monster, according to the little monster track here, I would then be allowed to either take a pearl, or I'm going to gain one of these tiles here. These tiles will have victory points on them that range from, I believe, from 2 points to 4 points. I don't believe there's any 1-pointers, and I don't believe there's any 5-pointers. I could be wrong on that, though I've never obtained them in any of my games. Now, if I decide to pass on this monster, though, this track will go down. And in fact, I will pass. Because chances are, if I come across another monster, I can make that go down, and that's going to unlock keys. So I can use those keys combined with the keys that I get on my lords to be able to get more of these locations, more in-game victory points. Makes sense, right? So I do pass. So now I flipped over a number 2 shellfish. Carmen, do you wish to buy that off of me, or do you wish to let that pass?
I'll let it pass.
All right, another card I'll flip, a number 3 shellfish. Are you going to let it pass this time, or are you going to go ahead and grab it?
I'll let it pass.
Ooh, boy, really? Yeah, I think I'm going to buy it. I'm going to grab that. So, okay.
So now I've lost the opportunity to buy anything.
I'm going to place. Yep, and then that goes into. Now I'm going to place this here in the discard. So now it goes back to Carmen's turn. So our whole purpose of this game is to try to get these lords. The whole purpose of lords is to try to have abilities, then to try to unlock these locations. And the whole purpose then is to try to get the most victory points. Does it make sense?
I'll explore.
Okay, so let's flip over your top card. And it is another monster. So now Carmen has the choice to fight this monster. And if she does, she's going to either gain 2 of these, one of these and a pearl, or 2 pearls. If she chooses to pass, this will go down, and then the next monster could possibly give her a key.
That's tough because I really kind of need cards. Let's pass it again.
All right, so that'll slide down. And now a number 4, and I have no money!
Yay!
Oh!
All for me!
Yeah, that hurt, that hurt. So, boy, I really would have liked to have had that too, because I would have liked to have gotten this Miller. All right, so speaking of the Miller, because I think Carmen will probably end up purchasing him, possibly. Let's take a look at the Miller's card. Once again, if we look at the top left, he's worth 10 victory points. We go down, we see his name, the Miller. Now he's got the seahorse symbol on him, but he's got a bubble above that. What does that mean? The bubble signifies that you must have at least, first off, you must have a seahorse ally in your hand and play the seahorse ally, plus 1 additional type of ally. So let me explain that again to you, okay? You must play at least 1 seahorse value ally, but the rest could be of 1 other type of ally. So if she played even a 1 value seahorse, she could then play 7 of, say, like the octopus. And she could play multiple cards of those. You are not allowed to play 3 different types of allies. You are not allowed to play 1 type of allies. He requires 2 types of allies, 1 of them being seahorses. However, let's say that she only has 1 on the seahorse and 6 on another type. So she's only got 7 recruit points. What is she going to do? You can pay pearls to make up the difference. So if she wanted to, she could play those, pay 1 pearl, make up the difference to 8, and still acquire the Miller.
And I'll show you all that in just a minute.
Now, was it my turn, I believe?
It's your turn.
All right, so what I am going to do is explore. So here I go. 1 shell. Would you like a 1 shell?
No.
Okay. Another monster.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy, and see, this is where it's interesting. Yeah. Because if I decide not to fight him, this goes down again, and then I got a greater chance of getting more stuff. I'm not going to pass up on this key, though. I want this key. So I will not, that will end my turn. This goes here, this goes here, this goes all the way back up, but I have acquired a key in the process.
Sweet.
So awesome, I like that. So Carmen, back to your turn.
I am going to buy a lord. So, we see this invoker requires jellyfish.
So 8 jellyfish at least.
I have 6 jellyfish, and then I have 2 pearls.
So pearls will be paid to the bank. The jellyfish, now here's what happens. She's got 2 3 valued jellyfish. She's going to keep 1 of them and discard the other. And I don't want to confuse you on this because I'll be honest. I've taught this game and everybody struggles with this part. But he will be worth victory points at the end of the game. And I'm going to leave it just at that, okay? Because if I try to explain it any further, I'll probably confuse you.
But you keep the lowest numbered card.
I didn't want to even go any further.
That's the one you keep.
Here's what happens. Okay. So she did recruit him. These guys will slide down, but we do not place out a new lord yet, okay? Now, because she it was the invoker, she gets to take another turn.
Another turn. Yay, me. Okay, let's see what I want to do. You got any money?
I do not have any money.
All right, I'll explore then.
All right. So a number 4 shellfish.
Ooh, that's kind of nice. Keep going.
Okay. A number 5 jellyfish.
I will take that.
Yeah. So the 4 shellfish will go here. So I am thinking on my turn, I'm just going to grab that.
Yeah,
so,
that's kind of good deal there.
So now it goes back to you again. Now there is no hand limit, just so you know, but there are cards that could force your opponents to have a hand limit.
Boy, this is a tough choice because I could just go ahead and get another Lord.
If you can.
I will explore.
Okay, so a number 2 crab.
I'll take it.
All right, so that was quick. Okay, so I am going to recruit. All right, so I am thinking, you know what? Actually, I don't think I'm going to recruit just yet.
Okay.
All right, so ready? I'm going to explore.
Go for it.
Yeah, okay, here I go. A number 5 seahorse.
Sweet.
Just give me my money. Do you have money?
I do have money.
Oh, well, I figured you'd probably be getting him, so I'll just take it now. Ugh. So she is not allowed to buy any more now, just so you know. So
even if I had money.
A number 2 crab, I'll pass. A monster, I am not going to fight, so that'll slide down. A number 3 seahorse, which I will take.
Okay.
So that means the crab goes here, monster goes here. Carmen?
I'm going to take this octopus card.
Oh, I know what you're going to do.
You're
about to make me so mad. I know what you're about to do. All right, so I'm going to explore. So a number 4 jellyfish. Do you even have any money?
I do not have any money.
Okay, so I could take that if I wanted to. You can exchange any one of your locations for a different. Oh boy, that's really good. Okay, I'm actually gonna pass on that. I'm gonna continue. A number 3 crab, I'll pass. A number 2 shellfish, I will pass. A number 3, I will pass. A number 1, darn it, I was hoping to get something different. Oh well, I'm forced to take that. And this pearl, this will now go here. These 2 will go here, and I probably was beaten to the punch anyways. But Carmen, it is your turn.
Well, the sad thing is that I have a lot of high numbers here that are going to get discarded. But, you know, it is what it is.
What did you do?
Did
you get him?
This guy right here.
I wanted that! Okay, so she is going to recruit the Elder. Now, the Elder has 5 different bubbles, which means you need at least 1 of each of these allies to total a value of 10 in order to recruit him. So, the awesome part of him, though, is that he's got 3 keys on him, but it does say you will draw 3 locations, so 1, 2, 3.
Oh, no! I wanted that one! I wasn't thinking correctly.
Do you still wish to have it, then?
I really wanted that one. There's no keys available, though.
Yeah, I mean, there's a good chance you're going to still get something you're going to want. Okay, so she gets to look through those locations now and immediately then place one in front of her.
But this is what stinks. Look, I have a 5 and a 4 and a 2. I have to keep the lowest one.
She has to keep the lowest
value. And the
value.
rest get discarded.
And then she gives me those, and those go into the discard pile.
So, let's see what these locations are.
Oops, I scooted the board. Okay, so the Lords will not be replaced, and it does go back, and I was really wanting that guy, and that's really a shame because unfortunately she took the octopus. That was the one thing I was missing, and she snagged it. Figures, right? Boy, oh boy. This is looking ugly. Okay, so did you figure out which one you're taking?
This one could be good. Let's see.
They're all kind of basically the same. And this early in the game, it's really tough. But to decide on.
Okay, this is confusing me because it says 2 for each guild you have at least 1 lord from. To a maximum of 12.
Okay. Yep. So you're going to get 2 victory points for each guild you have at least 1 lord from. So
what is a guild? Because there's 5 races.
But I don't believe he belongs to any specific guild, so I believe that he would be his own. And I believe an Elder is his own type of guild, so therefore he would count as 2 victory points himself. Then there would be 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12.
So I could get 12 for that.
Yes, possibly. And that's actually a very good one, because most of them that I've seen only can get up to around 12. I've actually gotten 15 from one of the boards, so.
This one would probably give me... This one gives me 3 for each of your allies from the crab race, which means they would have to be over here.
Yes, and so every card that you have left over here, then you would get 3 victory points from each, and then probably plus 4 as well.
It's plus 5.
Plus 5,
so it's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
So I have to decide between that one or I'll go with the first one I looked at because it looks like it's pretty difficult,
so
and that sounds fun.
What I'm going to do is just stack these here, and then I'll do it kind of like that so Carmen and I know there's 3 there. So it is my turn now, and now that Carmen's got 2 lords and I've only got 1, so what you can do if you would like to, you could probably like just place that over the top like that, just to show that his power is still activated, which actually his power is a one-time effect anyways, it doesn't matter.
Right,
okay.
But yeah.
That's the one thing I need to note too, is that each one of these guys do have certain powers that could possibly be taken into effect the entire game. However, once you do acquire a location, it will cover over those powers. So then basically they're good for a while, then they're not anymore. So hopefully you'll be able to see that come into play.
So even though this guy doesn't belong to this location, I can go ahead and put him under it because he doesn't. His power's not in effect.
Alright, so man, I wish there was some keys on some of these guys, and there's not.
I know.
I think what I'm going to do is pay a pearl, and I'm going to bring out a new lord. And I'm glad I did, because look, now there's a key on him. So the keeper, he has a key up in the right hand, well, she has a key up in the right hand side. I paid a pearl to bring out a new lord, and I am going to recruit her immediately. So I'm going to pay, whoops, that was the wrong one. I'm going to pay 3 from this seahorse, because that's required. I must pay at least something from another race. I'm going to pay 3 from the shellfish and 3 from the crab. So that allows me then to choose one of these 3 to keep, and I will choose the seahorse. I will discard both of these. I did acquire her, and she is just worth 6 victory points, but now I do have 2 keys. So Carmen, back to you.
I'm going to go for the crabs here.
Okay. And I believe that I will then... Each of your opponents must discard 1 ally from their hand. Man, I really want another key. I'm going to pay another pearl to bring out another one. Ugh, can't get him. Darn. So I will then I will do the exploration. You ready?
I don't have any
So
money.
you don't have any money. Good. So I will pass on the 2 jellyfish. I'll pass on the 1 octopus. I will grab the 4 crab. I will take that. So the octopus goes here. Jellyfish goes here. Carmen? So
I'm just going to go ahead and buy another lord, I think.
Okay. Wow, you're really cooking over there, aren't you? You're putting pressure on me. Stop pressuring me, woman.
So, the miller requires 2 different allies, 2 different races, and I've got seahorse and crab.
Yep, so you'll keep the number 2 crab. The 5 seahorse and the 3 crab will come to me. Okay, and that's just straight up victory points.
He doesn't have an ability, so I can go ahead and slide him in there too.
Okay, now I will explore again. So here I go. You ready? You don't have any money, right?
No money.
I am going to actually grab that. So that's all. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm looking at these. Let's see. I'll explore.
Okay. I have no money. So 1 seahorse,
Keep
2
going.
seahorse, 1 jellyfish.
Keep going.
3 seahorse.
Keep going.
And you must take a 1 seahorse and a pearl.
All right.
Okay.
At least I get a pearl.
On my turn, I am going to recruit the commander. So he requires 8 from the crab. So I'll pay 4, 3, and a 1. So I keep the 1. I discard the 4 and the 3. The commander comes to me. I will now spin my key along with these 2 keys. And now I can acquire one of these locations. I can either take one of these face up, or I can draw from here. I'm going to take this face up one here. It's called the Chasm. And it says 3 victory points for each of your affiliated allies from the crab race, which that's him, plus 5. So no matter what's... This has already given me 8 points at this point. Now if I acquire more of them, obviously I'm going to get 3 points for each more. So, alright, so them slide down. Carmen, back to you.
I'm going to take all these seahorses. There's a bunch of them.
Okay, and I am going to explore. So, you ready? Do you got any money?
I do.
A number 3. Crustacean.
Keep going.
Oh wow, really? I thought you would take
crabs were crustaceans.
A number... Well, they're shellfish, right?
Those look more like snails.
Snails, okay.
Yeah,
a number 1 snail. Let's call them snails. Number 2 snail. Looks like a lot of snails.
Okay.
Number 2 jellyfish.
Alright, keep going.
Okay. And a number 2 octopus.
I'll take that one, I
Okay,
guess.
so you pay me 1. Alright, now flip over 1 more. which is, oh, yes, a number 5 crab. Thank you, Carmen.
That's what I wanted. I wanted a crab.
And because it was the last one, I gained a pearl
I didn't say that.
So all of these.
Look at all of
Look at that, though. There are 5 shellfish there. And this was the jellyfish. And there's 3 of them here. Wow.
Okay.
So, Carmen, back to you.
Wow, that's kind of a good deal. I think I'm going to have
That's
to
too many. If you didn't take them, I know I was. Okay. But, so seems how you did, I am going to recruit the jailer. So, he cost me 6, but one of them has to at least come from the crab race. So I did pick up that 5er there. And I will play my... yeah, I'll play my number 1 seahorse and my number 1 jellyfish. So I will discard the number 5 crab and seahorse. I will keep the 1 jellyfish. And that does give me the jailer. And it does say each of your opponents must discard 1 ally from hand. So you must discard an ally from hand. That's a one-time effect. So, alright, but that now, because we got to this spot here, because I recruited, I gained 2, go ahead, I'm sorry, I gained 2 pearls from the bank, and we replace all these lords.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what I have.
So you should be able to recruit probably immediately, so. Alright, so Carmen, back to you, gal.
Oh no, I don't have enough for that.
I don't have enough for that. And yet, that does not break my heart.
I'll explore.
Alright, so here we go. A number 2 crab. I will actually take that. So I will pay you 1 for that.
Yay, money.
Money, 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 money. So I cannot take any more. So, Carmen?
Keep going, yeah.
A number 3 octopus.
An octopus. We don't have any octopus lords
nope.
out. Okay,
so a number 1 snail. We'll call these Garys.
I don't need a snail.
A number 1 crab. You're my number 1 crab.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm just throwing it out there.
I could use a crab. What else could I use? Let's see. I'll take it.
Okay. So this one will go here, and this one will go
It's only a
here.
1, but hey, I can use it.
So I am going to get this one, which is another crab.
No!
So this is the tamer, and she needs at least 6, 1 from the crab, so I'll spend 2 from this one. I will spend 2 from the snails, and I will spend 3 from the jellyfish. So I will get rid of the crab and the jellyfish. I will keep the snail card and place it over here. And now she says, when your opponents fight a monster, they earn the reward from the previous monster space. So if she fights a monster, she's going to earn this reward up here instead.
That is so mean.
Now, this power is only going to remain active until I get another location and cover it. Because just like basically what I did here, it'd be the same here, even though these powers weren't really effective throughout the game. This is a permanent effect unless it's covered up by a location is what I'm getting at. So, Carmen, it is your turn.
Okay, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
What is this power?
Okay. All right, so it says it's the Master of Magic. When you recruit, affiliate the ally of your choice from amongst those used instead of the lowest value one. Okay, so basically you get to choose. You don't have to take the lowest one whenever you recruit.
Oh.
So these allies we've been keeping, you don't have to take the lowest. You actually can take if you play a 5, you keep the 5.
Okay.
That's extremely powerful. Wow.
Yeah, well, it's probably too late because you're going to buy it now. I think I'll take the jellyfish down there.
I actually think you are in good shape to take it. I only got 2 cards, dear.
Oh, okay.
Boy, what have we got? 2 octopus? I think I'm going to explore. Ready? So a number 1 jellyfish. You got money?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. A 1 jellyfish?
I know.
Okay. A 1 octopus?
No.
A 1 crab?
I'll take it.
Okay. So there you go. I'll take your money. Thank you very much. Come
I
again.
have a crab in my hand.
Now a monster has appeared. I am not going to fight him. I'm going to let that move down in hopes that maybe another monster will pop out. So here we go. A number 2 seahorse. I do not want it. Ah, well, okay. I can't complain. I did get a 5 shell and a pearl, but I really would have loved another monster so I could have gotten another key. That would have been cool. There are 6 total monsters in this deck. So, I think we've been through probably a good 5 of them, so we could probably look. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 exact. So there's only one more in this deck. Whenever this draw pile here runs out, we just shuffle the discard and put it back in.
Okay, so I need 3 different races to get that Master of Magic.
Yeah, yeah. And then hopefully you'll get some keys, and then you'll be able to get that, because that location is going to benefit you, since you would have, I think, 3 of them from the Magic Guild, wouldn't you? No, 2. Just 2 so far. All right, so you're going to try to get the Master of Magic?
Yes,
okay.
I need 10 points. So I'm adding them up. I need 3 different races.
Uh-huh. At least 1 from the jellyfish. Wow, you got an awful lot of cards in your hand.
I do. That's what's making it difficult.
One of these cards, too, I wish that he would have popped out. It forces your opponent to only be able to have 6 cards in their hand.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah, and boy, and the problem is if you've already got too many, you have to discard down to 6. So it is a mean card.
Okay, so 3 different races, and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Okay, so you recruited him, so then even though they're all 2s, you still take whichever one you wanted. But if you would have played like a 5 or something higher, you could have actually kept that. Just keep in mind.
Oh, I didn't know that, because I thought maybe it takes effect after I get the card.
You got the Lord, so I believe it would be an immediate thing that you now get to do.
Well,
so.
I need a seahorse over here.
Okay, so all these go away then. All right, so it's back to me. And, well, I think I'm going to pay 1 money to bring out a new Lord. And I'm going to pay another money to bring out another Lord. And I will get him. Okay, so this is the Landlord. And it says gain 1 pearl during each of your turns. So I will pay a total of 10. So I'll go 5, 4... And then what I am, and it has to be from 2 different races, so I will play my 1 jellyfish. So these 2 go away. Then I will gain him, and it says that I will gain 1 pearl during each of your turns. So I'd imagine that applies immediately. So I will gain 1 pearl. Now I've got 2 keys. Next one I get for a 3rd key, I'm going to be able to get myself another location. So Carmen, back to you.
Okay, I'm going to recruit another Lord, so let's see what I can do here.
So how many would that give you then? You've got 4, I believe, and I've got 5. So that'll give you 5 to my 5. So whichever one of us hits 7 first will signify in game. Carmen did go first, so I would get 1 extra turn.
So the Opportunist takes 3 different races, so there we go.
Okay, and the Opportunist says, during your turn, you may discard a Lord from the court and replace it with the top one of the deck.
Sweet.
So, and he does have a key, so I believe you've got 2 key symbols now. Did you keep your lowest valued one?
Actually, I get to keep
you
whichever
get to keep
one
whichever
I
one.
want. No,
yeah.
Wait, hold on. What do I need?
Well, take the 2 octopus probably, because that gives you 2 points. This would only give you actually 1 point.
Let's see. I have an octopus in my hand. Sorry.
Nope, you're fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take the octopus. Okay.
So we'll put these 2 in the discard. All right. So I have no cards in my hand, so I better get moving here, guys. So I'm thinking I'm just going to take all these from here. Do
I get to do this right now? Discard a Lord from the court and replace it?
Yeah, you could have done it as soon as you recruited him, I believe. Now, I could be wrong on that rule, that maybe you don't get to do that immediately, but I don't see why you shouldn't be able to. So so you're going to discard him, and then he gets replaced, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, now, Carmen, it's your turn again.
My turn again.
And see, if I'd have known that, I probably would have explored instead of drawing these. So,
oh.
Yeah, but it's okay. Go ahead.
Well, you were moving too fast. It's your own fault. Okay.
It's okay. I
will explore.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
A number 4 shell. I actually will pay you, and I'm going to take that. So.
Okay. Yay, I have money.
So, you ready? This is all you now. A monster. So, do you wish to take the key? If you do, it will cover these 2 up immediately.
I don't get the key. Remember?
Oh, actually, yeah, you would get you would get this here because of my character's ability. And if you don't want to, you just keep going if you're trying to get, a character instead.
I think I'll take it.
Okay.
I'm going to take the victory point.
So now this slides all the way up. The
and
monster goes here. Okay. And now it is my turn again. I think I am going to... oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm going to take this seahorse. Okay, go ahead.
I'll explore.
Okay. A number 1 octopus.
Keep going.
A number 4 jellyfish. And there you go. That's you. I'll take it. And back to you again.
Okay.
A number 3 octopus.
Keep going.
Okay. A number 2 jellyfish.
Keep going.
Okay. A number 3 seahorse. Boy, what are you
see
going
what the last
for?
card
All right.
is.
A number 2 seahorse. You get it, and you also get a pearl.
Okay.
Oh, mother of pearl. Money, 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 money. Okay. So what I am going to do on my turn is I'm going to recruit. And I'm going to recruit this one here, the shopkeeper. And he cost a total of 6. One of them has to be from the shell. So I'll pay the 1 shell. I'm going to pay a number 4 and then a number 3. So I will keep the number 3 octopus. These 2 will go away. He's got an immediate effect that allows me to gain a pearl. And then he will go right here. So now I have 6 lords. My next one I get wins me or finishes the game.
Okay.
So Carmen wins me the game. I almost said wins me the game.
It ends the game. Okay.
Ends the game.
I'm gonna go ahead and recruit.
Okay.
I have 2 jellyfish there.
Okay.
And
so that's a total of 5. So I'd imagine you're paying 2 pearls to the bank. And now she has gotten the alchemist. Now he says when you request support from the council, add 2 stacks from your hand instead of 1. So what he would be able to do, which she's not going to be able to take advantage of this power, by the way. But if she decided to recruit, she'd be able to take like the jellyfish and this stack here if she wanted to. But now she's got 3 keys. I know exactly which one she wants. She wants this location here, which is going to give her victory points based upon her mage lords,
Thank you very
which
much.
is a very, very good. Wow, you really are going to rock out those mage lords. Now, she also gains 2 pearls because she recruited this one. And now we will replace all of these back. Okay. Okay. So let's see here. I don't believe that I can do anything immediately. So I think I will explore, unfortunately. Man, I wish I could. Okay. So a number 3 octopus, Carmen, would you like to take it?
No.
Okay. I don't think I will either. A number 1 octopus. I'd imagine you don't want that either. A number 4 octopus. Wow. Yes or no?
It's a high card.
It's
right?
a high card. Yep, it sure is. Yes or no? All right, so pay me 1 money. I don't mean to rush her, guys. I know I hate dead air whenever we're doing a live play because I know it can get boring. So I've got a number 4 seahorse now. Oh, boy. I think I'm going to take that. So, okay. So these 2 will be placed into the octopus pile. And Carmen, it is back to you. So she's taken those. You did go first, if I remember correctly. I am going to spend 4
Oh, so you're ending the game, are you?
Yes, I am. And I will also put a pearl, or 2 pearls with that as well, because I have a total of 6. I will add 2 pearls. I will grab the shepherd. I will place her there. Now I do have 3. Oh, goodness, Carmen, I'm supposed to have been gaining pearls from the landlord at the end of each of my turns.
Forgot.
If you wouldn't mind, I'm just going to grab 2 pearls out of the bank, and then we'll just call it even, if that's okay with you.
Okay.
Then I'll discard that. I'm sure I should have had more than that, but that's okay. Now, that did give me my 3rd key, so I will gain a location as well. I am going to draw 4 off of this stack. Let me see here real quick. 3 victory points from the shellfish race. I only have 1, 2...
It's for your allies, so it's your.
So I don't get So okay, I am going to draw 1, 2, 3, and 4 from here, and this will end the game as soon as I am finished grabbing one of these. So okay, this one here says I'll get X number of influence points from your strongest lord. He right now is my strongest, I believe, so that would only give me 5 points. So I don't want that one. 3 victory points for each of your lords with 1 or more keys. So. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Yep, I think that's a winner. So I'm going to finish seeing 3 for each of your affiliated from the squid race. Nope, I know that's not going to be good for me. X, the number of influence points for your weakest lord, time 2. Nope, I think this is going to be the winner. Okay, so here's what we do. Let's add up our points.
Don't we go over the cards in our hand first?
Oh, goodness, yes, I'm so sorry. So what happens now is that we take any of our separate affiliated allies, and we're going to take the lowest valued one, and we're going to place it over here in with our other ones, and then discard the rest. So it looks like Carmen's going to have quite a bit of them. And are these going to discard?
No, these are discarded.
Holy moly. You just got a bazillion points from your allies, didn't you? Okay, so here's what we're going to do first. We're going to score victory points based upon our locations. So, Carmen, let's start with you. You gained, it says 2 victory points for each guild you have at least one lord from, to a maximum of 12. How many different guild lords do you have?
Let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4.
So 4 different, so that would give you 8 points for that. Oops, I should have made that a little smaller. Okay, now your other one gives you 2 victory points for each mage lord plus 6. So
2, 4, 6, that's 12.
12 points, so that would give you a total of 20 points from your tiles here. And for me, I get 3 victory points for each lord with 1 or more keys, so I get 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Then I also have the Chasm, 3 victory points for each affiliated ally from the crab race plus 5. I have 1, 2, 3, so that would be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I scored 29. You scored 20 from yours, I scored 29 from mine.
I know.
So these can go to the side here. Next, we're going to score victory points based upon our Lord cards. So I have 7, I have 11, I have 17, I have 21, I have 26, I have 32, I have 41 total points from my lords. Carmen?
37.
Ooh, I'm winning so far.
Yeah.
So now all these can basically just go away. All right, next, we're going to score our victory points based upon these little allies that we collected. Now what happens is we are going to score victory points based upon the highest valued ally that we have laid down. So I've got a 3 octopus, so it'd be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 total points for me. But Carmen, I think you really scored a lot on yours, didn't you?
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Ah, you had a 4 there. You had a 4 there. You just took a 3. It looked like.
13, 14, 15.
Okay, so 15. Next, which I don't have any of these. Points from these little tiles you got. I think you got
I got
one.
3.
3. Woo! All right, so let's add this bad boy up and see what we finished up with. So 20, that'd be 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 80. I have 80 points, which is 3 less than my last score. Carmen has 20, 57, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 5, 6, 7. You have 75, so I beat you by 5 points.
Good game.
Yep, good game, sweetheart.
Griffin Gaming, from new releases to pre-orders. Griffin Gaming. Enter in promo code GreyElephant for 5% off your order.